Hello! I'm doing this one a little bit differently. This is my Anime Expo video. I got a cup of coffee. Let's do this. Due to the events that I will be briefly outlining in this video, I didn't vlog much because I just didn't want to add that onto my workload, kind of. A lot happened. It was kind of a stressful weekend. I apologize, but I did want to give you guys a brief overview in case you're wondering what it's like to vend at Anime Expo, because it's pretty intense. I also did like a little bit of shopping, so I thought I'd throw that in at the end. I got some stuff and some trades and stuff like that. Well before Anime Expo, Southwest changed my flight for me and Fidel to get to LA. I originally booked to get in at 3 p.m., which would have given us enough time to at least like go check into the artist alley and probably drop my stuff off. But they changed our itinerary so that we got in at 6, and Artist Alley setup closes at 6 on Thursday. It's like 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. the next day, which is crazy early. I didn't get to set up on Friday. Marina and Christian got in really late, and after having to like wait for a cab and for their luggage, they got to the hotel super late. So by the time I finally fell asleep, I think I'd been awake for like 24 hours. So I was just exhausted the whole time. I don't sleep great in hotels. The next day was kind of my personal small fiasco. I hadn't gotten cash out in New York because the couple days before, when I normally do it, I got like some kind of 24-hour flu. I was feeling like achy and sweaty, and my eye was like messed up. It went away luckily, but definitely didn't feel like going to Bank of America. So I was like, oh, I'll do it Thursday morning. We go to Whole Foods to get food for ourselves for the day, back to the hotel. I quick run to Bank of America, and what do you know? It's the 4th of July, which to me is a holiday that doesn't really register until I see other people celebrating it, and then I realize, and that's what happened at Bank of America. At that point, Fidel remembers hotels usually carry cash to make change for their patrons, which is what I did. By this time, it was like 9:15 or something. We lift down to the convention center with our 6 suitcases because it's me and Marina. When we get there, first of all, the attendee line is insane. There's just people all over the place. I can't tell where there's a line. We eventually get pointed to what I guess is the priority line, which artists and vendors use, but that's not much faster. We're standing there with these 6 suitcases, and then at one point, this staffer, bless her, just kind of pulls us out and takes us to the front of some line that leads in basically directly to where the artist alley is. It still took forever because they checked each of our suitcases. The security company, like, they opened and looked through every single suitcase, all our backpacks, our, Whole Foods bags, everything. It took a long time. And then when we finally got through that, and we all tapped in, and Marina goes to tap in and she can't find her badge. And so she runs to like registration help, and they give her a new badge while Christian and I run to the table. By the way, that's when the first earthquake of the weekend was. I didn't notice. I'm pretty sure it was one of the many moments where I was like, I'm gonna faint. I need to eat something, and I'm dehydrated and sleep deprived. So Marina gets her new badge. We eventually, set up. We don't open officially until like noon. So I missed the first couple hours on Thursday. No big deal. The rest of the day is pretty uneventful. At the end of that night, we went to Coco Ichibanya. We waited like almost 2 hours for it. That's how much I like it. The next day, we got up early again, and we went to a bakery. We got food for the day. We're all set. We get there early. It's like 9:45. We're like, cool, we actually made it in time. We can rearrange. Maybe we can see some friends. At 9:50, they make an announcement that says, due to the line outside being at capacity, they're opening Artist Alley right now. Good morning. It's Friday at Anime Expo. I didn't film at all yesterday. It's 9:50, and they just said that they're opening the doors right now, even though they're not supposed to open for another like 10 minutes. So, okay. And it was hilarious because you could just hear all the artists screaming and just see everybody scampering back to their table, all the people that had the same idea as me. And yeah, they opened it early that day. So Friday was pretty uneventful for the same reasons. Really not a whole lot to report. There was some downtime. It was definitely more of like this than Fanime, for example, but I still couldn't really film because there was just a lot of people. Like, it wasn't necessarily people coming up to the booth and shopping, but it was crowded, and you have to keep your eyes on stuff. Like, if I have small stuff like patches or stickers that I just set out on the table, my eyes are on it like a hawk. So if you thought you might be able to steal from ugly plants at a convention, you just wait. Anyway, so that night we went to Little Tokyo, we went to the Sanrio store, and then we got dinner at Curry House. And while we were waiting outside at Curry House was the big earthquake. And this is the one, it shook for like a while and we could feel it. That's pretty much it for that. So the next morning, we were like, we're gonna do this. We're gonna get our food. We're gonna get there early. It's gonna be great. Saturday morning, biggest day. We want to get there ahead of time. I forgot to mention that Friday morning, for whatever reason, they flagged us through, even with all our bags, with our artist badges, through the exit. They just let us in. So now come Saturday morning, for whatever reason, we're back to the priority line where they check all our bags. So we go through the whole line, they check our bags, kind of. It wasn't like the thorough investigation of all of our bags. They just kind of opened them and they said, is there anything dangerous, and let us through. Just saying, not calling out any specific people that work there, but like the inconsistency was mind-blowing. We get through, Marina taps in, I tap in, Christian goes to tap in, and nope, his card's been revoked for whatever reason. So we sat there for like 15-20 minutes while they just look at this thing that is telling them that it's revoked. They call the head of their department and she's like, yeah, it's revoked. Well, I don't know why you need to come over to tell us that. So we go to registration information. We get a new badge that's not revoked because you can't unrevoke it. And obviously, I'm literally telling you everything we did. We just like went con, food, sleep. Nothing like obviously would have revoked it. So unless they maybe like after the fact, when Marina lost her badge, they invalidated the wrong one, but like 2 days later, I don't know, maybe. So we go all the way across the street in registration information. They give us a new badge. We go all the way back through all that security. We get checked again and we're like, wouldn't it be funny? So Christian taps in, then I tap in, Marina goes to tap in, and no, now her badge isn't freaking working. Like, what the hell? So at this point, we're like yelling at the volunteers. We're like, this is stupid. There's no reason for any of this to happen. We're just trying to get to work. And we've got another volunteer who had been talking with us and sympathizing while we waited the first time, who was like, can someone just escort them? Like, can someone just escort them? You saw like 5 minutes ago that his badge worked, and now like, it's not, like, this is ridiculous, just escort them. So a dude just walked us to the door, basically. Completely pointless security. Like, the focus of the security was kind of misguided. Like, there was all these useless, inconsistent steps that didn't actually really provide security. They just wasted time. Okay, so at that point, we were like, we thought we'd be there like an hour early, and now we're like gonna be there just on time. So Marina and I go to the table. Christian takes the newly fucked up badge and takes it back to registration information and gets it all sorted out. And that was the last of our badge nonsense. But like, seriously, Anime Expo, like, just like make a better system, make a system. There was no system in place. Every staffer that we talked to within the scope of that issue was like dumbfounded. They didn't really know anything to do or how to address it, which in the end, they were just like, I guess we'll give you a new badge because we don't really know what to do. So Saturday, very busy day, not necessarily more busy sales-wise, but it was so packed in the hall. We were a little bit better positioned this time, so it didn't take like an hour just to go pee. And then Saturday night, after all of that, we were just exhausted and we just went back to the hotel and slept. Next day was Sunday. Finally got in early. We seemed to have everything figured out, no badge issues. They scanned our bags really quick and we got there like 30 minutes early, and we actually were able to talk to some artists and do some trades and fun stuff like that. I did some purchases that day, I think, and it was great. I never really checked out the con that whole weekend because it's just not even worth it, and I'm there to sell. At the end of that day, Marina packed up like an hour early because they had a flight to catch, and I waited till the end and dawdled. Fidel came back in and helped me. We broke everything down. After that, Fidel and I just took a cab down to Venice and spent about 24 hours just chilling. I walked on the beach, which is one of my favorite things in the whole world, and relaxed for a little bit. And then we had a red eye back to New York, which was a mistake. It kind of undid the relaxation and we were both just dead on Tuesday. So, all that being said, my takeaway. Anime Expo this year was my highest grossing con ever, which beat the record of Fanime from earlier this year, which had beat the record of, I believe, last year's Anime Expo. Like, obviously that's important to me because that's how I pay my bills, and I know I don't really like to go into specific numbers because I don't necessarily think it matters or is helpful, but I can say that I was pleased with the sales I did, and I had chosen to focus on the things that had been selling out at, say, Fanime and the other cons I've done so far this year, which is like 2 cons, rather than say more of a variety to like entice different people, which is kind of my usual approach. This one I just went with like, a lot of people were interested in that pink Mimikyu, so I made more of those than I normally would of a Mimikyu. Sold almost all of these Isabelle shirts except for the one display extra large, and also this one, which has like a messed up thread coming out, so the print was messed up, so I was like, that one's mine. But you know, the biggest thing that made Anime Expo great for me was the feeling of community I got. I got to see so many artist friends, and I didn't even see everyone that I know or am friends with that was there, so I feel lucky that I got to see who I did. And also so many fans, or even artists that weren't tabling but that were just there, and so many new people that I had great conversations with. And that's always at the end of a con what I come away feeling really happy about. Like, I'm just really, I have this feeling that I have this little Ugly Plants world that's connected with so many other little worlds. I've met so many wonderful, incredible, kind, talented people through Ugly Plants, and I just feel so thankful and happy for it. And yeah, I'm looking forward to Anime Expo next year. The rebooking is any day now, so I get to do that mini heart attack, but on to the next thing, which is a miniature haul. I mostly got things from other artists. That's that. So the first thing I'll show you is something I had wanted for a while, and I was really happy I was able to snag both of these things from 1% Talent on Instagram. I'm gonna grab them. I had to go fish this out because I wasn't sure where it went, but I got this tiger patch. It is quite large, and I plan to either pin it or it's iron-on, but I don't know if I want to make it permanent. Put it on the back of this like denim moto jacket that I have that I'm kind of into tigers. They're the mascot of my alma mater, Trinity University, so I've been into them since I was a kid. And then I also got this bag from them, which I am quite obsessed with. It has like a little removable coin purse pouch, which I've been putting chapstick in. It's attached by Velcro, and it's really sturdy Velcro, but it also has a little carabiner, and then it has like a removable patch that if you want to put it on instead of the coin purse. So I had been wanting a small day-to-day black bag. I was gonna get one of the Adidas like festival bags, but this obviously I wanted way more. Next I have a mini haul from Sanrio. I got my sister a couple gifts that I haven't sent her yet, so I won't show those. I did get for myself this like Batsmaru drawstring bag. This is the last of this purse line that they had available in store at Sanrio. Obviously I want Purin, and I think he's still available online, so I'm gonna go get him. But number 2 was Batsmaru because, I don't know if you know this about me, but I really love lavender, so I definitely nabbed this guy. And it also came with this little enamel pin, which I don't know if it shows up on here, but it's kind of like a window effect. I got this shirt from Elisa Bisochina, Elisa Draws. I'm very excited to wear it. It reminded me of me and Fidel. I also got this one from an artist. I'll put their info as I have with everyone's, but it's a sheep saying "I will fork you," and my Chinese zodiac is Year of the Sheep, so I've always liked sheep stuff. And then in addition, my grandmother and great aunt, R.I.P., both used to collect sheep stuff together. Sheep have been always like an important place in my heart. And then speaking of sheep, I got a lot of sheep related apparel. I got this sweater from the artist next to me. It's super beautiful. It has these beautiful sleeve details, and I'm not supposed to be getting more sweaters, but I couldn't help it. It's just too pretty. So I think that's all the apparel, which is pretty good. I usually end up with more t-shirts. A couple of smaller things. I was gifted this lovely little sticker. The artist Cassiarga Bright, I really love it. Little pie deer, so cute. I got another little sticker pack from Miss Jedi Flip, who stopped by. It was really great meeting you, and I'm very excited to add these to my sticker collection. Check out all the little sprinkles. I did get a few acrylic charms, which I'm pretty stoked about. I'm having a hard time getting this one off because I did put it on my lanyard with my badge, but I got this charm from Yuki Yoshida. Yuki is an absolute joy and a treasure, and her art is truly beautiful. I think I nabbed the last one of this little witch boy, and I was excited. I'm ready for Halloween, and he's amazing. I have to get him off of this lanyard, which I put him on in haste because I wanted to wear him around all weekend. So I got these two charms from Be a Loser on Twitter, and first I saw Gengar, Ghost Hunter Gengar. He's clearly amazing, and then she whipped out Astronaut Clefairy, which I'm obsessed with Gengar. We're obsessed with space, so it's like me and Fidel, basically. All of that, make that jump in your head like I did, but they're so cute. They're stinking cute little artworks. I'm excited to have these on things. Last but not least, for the Anime Expo trip, I think there's probably a few more like stickers and business cards and things, but those are the things that didn't get lost or made it into like my little souvenir bag. But I also got, Fidel and I collect magnets of the states we go to, and we usually don't allow, like, if we just have a layover in the airport. But I'm actually originally from Wisconsin. I say that. I was born there, and I spent a lot of summers there. So when we laid over in Milwaukee, I was like, oh, I'm getting a Wisconsin magnet. And he was like, oh, but it doesn't count. We're in the airport. And I was like, you've been to Wisconsin? I've been to Wisconsin. I'm from Wisconsin. So we got this Wisconsin magnet. These cheese earrings were so overpriced, but I had just pierced my ears. Like, literally the Anime Expo weekend, like it marked like the 6 weeks. So I was able to change my earrings finally. So I was like, it's a sign. I'm getting these cheese earrings. I'm not, you know, a Packers fan or anything. I hate football. Just throwing that out there. Sorry if that alienates any of my audience somehow. But did, you know, grow up watching the Packers and also love cheese. So I have cheese earrings now and this wonderful Wisconsin magnet. The next things are things that arrived to me right when I got back from Anime Expo, like that day. And I just have to show them to you. I'm so excited. This long frickin' Furby. I got this in a small order I placed with Minty Mix, which is Cammy, for those of you that somehow don't know who Cammy is. He's magnificent. He's just been hanging out in my, you know, work room, guarding me. In fact, I'm gonna hang him here now. Also from Minty Mix, the other thing I ordered, this Shrek baby. He is a little bit more versatile, I think, due to his size, or her size? Shouldn't decide it for her. But absolutely a true masterpiece. She also sent me a bunch of, just like a wonderful mass of stickers. Oh, Bobby, get a grip. I don't even know where I'm gonna put these. Blessed. But I'm excited. Coach McGurk, like, love it. And then her amazing logo. So I was very excited about that. So yeah, that was like my Anime Expo spending. Very fun. I think that's pretty much it for a recap on Anime Expo. Sorry, I didn't vlog more. You'll get over it. Some updates. These guys, this shirt, I just put in an order for a restock and it's currently available in my shop. Also, just opened a Patreon. I'm gonna link it below. It's not really YouTube related per se right now. It'd be cool if I could somehow incorporate YouTube into it. Right now I just have one tier. It's a $2 tier. I'm hoping to build up to a sticker club and maybe eventually a pin club, and then who knows beyond that. So very excited. I appreciate every single one of you that watches this, everybody who stops by my table at conventions, anybody who's subscribed to my Patreon, everybody who follows me on Instagram. what I've chosen to do as to be an artist full-time is really difficult, but all the small interactions, even if I don't have enough time to answer things on Instagram, all of the comments, the likes, the support, you know, the help you guys give me when I come up with new ideas, all of it makes it completely possible. And I just hope I can work hard and keep putting out stuff that makes you guys as happy as you guys make me. So I'm just gonna finish fulfilling some orders today, and that's the rest of my day. So thanks, buddy. That was a car. I will see you soon. Bye. Have a good July.